So today I ordered groceries because when I need something that's really heavy or just really bulky, so I don't have a car anymore. I don't have a car right now. So if it's something really heavy, I'll just have it delivered. And I don't do that often anymore. But yeah, today I needed a few cases of water. I needed a big thing of laundry detergent. So I just called to have it delivered. Um, So I'm on my way downstairs and I get, the text saying that the guy is here. I'm thinking, great. So as I walk out, I can see outside there's a group of women standing outside and they're talking, but they're also looking in at me, and it's weird. And I'm thinking, okay, here we go. What's going on? And I see the car behind them, which was the delivery driver. So I'm wondering, if that was all just set up. But so I open the door and I look out, and the driver is getting stuff out of the car, and the women are kind of standing there and looking at me, and I catch them saying something about agitating as much as possible, or agitate as much as possible. Um, and then they looked at me again and they walked off, except for one. One stayed and she was on her cell phone, kind of looking at me and looking back at the cell phone. So I went over to the driver and I took some of my stuff, and he took the rest because there was a lot of stuff, and we went in. Okay, fast forward. Eventually, okay, so he left, and I went back down. I leave the apartment, right? I'm done, so I'm leaving this morning. There's these two guys, and they had both been standing by the women, and I'm pretty sure they were working together. I mean, with the women. One of them. So I walk by, and there's I keep walking. I walk down a bit, and there's a bike rack, and one of the guys, he comes in and he has his bike with him, and he stops and he rides right in front of me, and he could have waited until I passed because I was in front of him, but he stopped. He swooped right in front of me and then stopped. So I literally had to stop short and then kind of look at him and go around him. He didn't have to do that. Okay, he was one of the guys with the women, and then the second guy. He walked a little farther down the alley and then turned down the alley, which goes to the apartment where I live. It's around the corner, so you have to go around. And he got out his cell phone and he was talking as he did it. Yeah. So that's this morning, and then fast forward. A bit later, I stopped for coffee and I went in, ordered, went to the back to wait. And this other guy came in, and he looked at me, looked at his cell phone, looked back at me, gave the little, cleared his throat, right? I didn't pay attention. I looked away. He cleared his throat again. I kind of barely looked up, I kind of gave a side glance, but I didn't show that I was looking at him. Finally, he gave a massive, massive cough, just hacking his lungs out. And I looked up, and he's looking at me. He wasn't hiding it this time. He was looking dead at me. I didn't, I was looking at him sideways, and I looked up at him, but I turned back. I'm ignoring it. I'm not going to let it get to me. He's all the way over there. Yes, I'm a germaphobe, which is why they have people come and cough in my face. But, and of course the little cough, the little throat clear to get your attention. But, I ignored it. Not today, right? This dude walks over to me. He comes over to me. He looks like he's on his phone. He's doing something on his phone, but he stands right in front of me. And then he coughs right in my face. There are cameras everywhere, so it's not even like they're being low profile anymore. He's doing it and boasting. It was almost like a go on, what are you going to do about it type of act, right? I just said, I looked at him and I've been saying this a lot lately. What the fuck? I've said this to multiple perps now. He didn't say anything. He was just staring at me. I moved away because, I don't know if he's actually sick or just, pretending or what, but either way, he's coughing in my face. So I get my stuff and I leave, and he literally watches me go. He watches me go out. And I don't know. Okay. And, oh no, I'm sorry. No, and before I left, I'm like, something I mentioned, so how much did they pay you to do this? And he didn't answer, but he kind of turned around back and he kind of gave a little side sniff. A little, how when you know, when they kind of twist their nose a little bit and give a little sniff in. Yeah. Now, this would happen to me all day long, okay, with numerous guys, usually when they're walking toward me, okay, these are all white. A lot of them are most certainly Eastern European, okay, and they'll give the little throat clear and then the side sniff, right? Or one guy. So last night, I had a headache and my neck was sore and my neck was hurting. So I was kind of moving my head a lot and trying to get comfortable. So this guy walked by me and he did the same thing. Again, he was copying my mannerisms, looking at me as he did it. So that's what happened today.